I was married a few years back, and everything was going really well. The relationship was awesome, and then I ended up losing my job and decided to make a career change. So money wasn't coming in as steadily as before. I couldn't get her the things that she wanted or take her out as much as we did before. And it eventually got to a point where she was distancing herself from me and kind of pushed away from the relationship and ended up in a divorce. She left. Now, I took it very seriously as far as getting through the good times and the bad, and obviously she didn't. Why do women basically give up or become distant with a guy when he struggles financially?
She said it with no shame at all. The moment her husband's money was gone, the respect disappeared too. And it didn't stop there. Betrayal, absurd justifications, and a mindset that treats relationships like financial contracts. What these women are openly saying reveals something shocking about many modern relationships.
I'd rather be single than date a broke man. Hear me out. As a single woman, when I go out, I get free shit. I go to a bar, someone's buying me a drink. I go anywhere, guys are like wanting to spend money on me. If I was with a broke man, I would literally have to turn down those advances by other men to stay loyal and faithful and respectful to my broke boyfriend. But if I'm with a guy with means and he can get me all these things and I don't feel like I'm missing out in the world, then that is a fair trade. But why would I trade all my free shit that I'm getting for a guy who's broke doing nothing for me? I just don't feel like that's a fair trade. I don't know. What do you think?
So he came home and he was like, babe, I lost my job. I'm like, all right, cool. So a month later, like the bills, it was time for the bills or whatever, and I'm like, the bills due, babe, or whatever. And he was like, okay, I'm not working. And I'm just, in a month, like, it's all kind of hustles. You could have been doing something or whatever. So I told him, I said, look, if I pay these bills, are you going to pay me the money back? This man had the nerve to tell me, why should I pay my wife back for paying our bills? I told this man from day one, my money is my money and his money is our money. Why should I spend my money paying the bills? Like, no, he should have paid me back. So that's when I decided, like, I can't be with this man no more. So I had text his homeboy. Like, we all cool. I text his homeboy or whatever. We went together. I met up with him. And we was chilling, we was drinking or whatever. And I started venting. I started getting emotional. One thing led to the next. I did not purposely mean to do what I did with his friend. But things happen. Like, y'all understand what I'm going through. So, his friend ended up giving me some money or whatever. And he was like, babe, look, don't worry about it. Handle whatever you got to handle. Like, his friend was every single thing I desire in a man. Like, everything I desire in a man. And, ain't nobody trying to hear my side. Ain't nobody trying to hear.
Look, this shows exactly what's wrong with some relationships today. The guy lost his job, and instead of support and partnership, she treated it like he owed her something. Marriage isn't a debt collection business. It's supposed to be a partnership through good and bad times. And it gets worse. Breaking up wasn't enough. She slept with his own friend and still tried to justify it like the situation made her do it. This isn't about money. It's about character. When the money disappears and the respect disappears with it, the real problem was never the money.
One of my favorite questions to answer is whenever you find a good man but you don't like where he is financially, what should I do? Because the internet tells me not to settle for potential. I have also seen whenever women settle for potential, it just leads nowhere. So I want you to think a step further instead. I'm going to be using my life as a personal example because I'm an expert on myself. When I met Vanilla Man, no, he wasn't the richest man on planet Earth. See, here's the thing, I wasn't looking for his money. I was looking for his character. And what did his character show? His character showed that he could stay committed. He was in the military for 6 years. Oh, and he also had great leadership skills. Oh, so he could take up a responsibility. And those qualities are recession-proof skills. That no matter where you are in life, you are going to find a way to overcome and succeed whatever obstacle comes your way. That is what I was looking for. Because money comes and goes. Money is literally everywhere. Not only did he have a stable job and a stable income, but he also was driving his dream car. He was extremely confident of where he was. Ooh, he's confident. He knows his worth. Have you ever tried being with an insecure man? It's the nastiest thing. By the way, there's a lot of insecure men who have a lot of money. Not cute. So baby girl, what I'm trying to tell you is that right now he might not be in the financial place that you want him to be, but I need you to be looking at recession-proof skills. Does he have them? Does he have them? Is he a man? Does he like to protect? Does he like to provide? Does he know how to provide? Does he know how to protect? Does he know what it means to be a man? And if he doesn't, those are the questions I want you to start asking yourself, not if he has enough money. Be so for real.
Ladies, listen up. If you are a financially independent woman, you should never, I mean ever, date a broke dude. I don't care if he's as good looking as Reggae Jean Page, as funny as Dave Chappelle, as smart as Elon Musk, and does things to you you've only read in 50 Shades of Grey. If he is broke, it doesn't matter. Why? Because any person past the age of 18 should be able to support themselves. And if they can't, that means that they don't have any self-respect or ambition. You have worked so hard to get to where you are. Why would you ever lower your standards and be with a guy who's just a scrub and doesn't have the same level of respect or ambition as you do? Here's what's going to happen. In the beginning, you're looking at this fool through love goggles. You are happy to pay for your dinners, for travel, even his living expenses, because all you're seeing are his good qualities. But guess what? Those love goggles are only temporary. And when they go away and reggae turns into Flavor Flav,
yeah, boy,
and everything else fades, you are stuck paying for a dude that brings nothing to the table except a fork and his stomach. And if you have any self-esteem, you're going to start resenting this moochery and would want him to start contributing to the relationship. But he's not going to want to. Why? Because you've already co-signed on his lazy ass not having to do anything and you paying for everything. You have set it up for him and this is the way he wants to be. If he wasn't, he would get a damn job. And this is going to cause a lot of arguments and eventually you will lose respect for him. And when a woman loses respect for a dude, it is a wrap. Now, some of you are thinking, what if he's a struggling student or an actor trying to get his life together? What you're talking about is potential and something that doesn't exist. It's like banking on the lottery. It would be nice, highly unlikely that it will occur, and it doesn't exist yet. And thus, you should never fall in love or bank on someone's potential to be better. So stay the hell away from scrubs, because any man worth his salt would have enough self-respect and ambition to not allow anyone else to support him, especially his woman. And he would understand that there is no romance without finance and would always contribute to the relationship.
This speech sounds strong, but it reveals a very cold view of relationships. Of course, a man needs to be responsible in work. That's basic. But reducing a man's value only to how much he earns turns relationships into financial contracts. Real relationships aren't just romance with financing. Everyone goes through difficult phases in life. If a woman only respects a man when he's financially successful, then that's not love. That's convenience with an expiration date.
Then, men, your value is not tied to your money. Yes, we do need you to have the funds because you are a provider, but I don't want you to get it based off of that becoming your whole identity and why you think women should want you.
most of these girls are not entertaining a man unless he has the funds. We're going to start there. So as a man, if I can't get through the front door without the funds, if I can't get your name, your number, get to know you without the funds, of course I'm going to think that's the most important thing to you. Because like you stated, we got to have the funds. It's important to a lot of these girls that we have money. So it become important to men that we have money. Because yeah, I might can get your name. Yeah, I might can get your number. But once you see I don't have money or I don't have the lifestyle and the money that you're used to, certain type of men that you have talked to, that you have dated, having, then I'm gone, right? Am I right? Okay. So yeah, it's important. Let's not act like, let's just call it what it is for real.
A lot of you keep on asking me if I would be with him if he was broke. Absolutely fucking not. I would never give a broke man the time of day, okay? See, there's a difference between being broke, no ambition, and having some financial hardship. That is completely normal and temporary in my world as an entrepreneur / business owner, and I can understand that. I will never give a broke man the time of day. Why? Because I've been there, I've done that, and it's just not for me. If I'm up here and you're down there and you're comfortable being down there, then homeboy, you need to find somebody that will go down there and stay down there with you. Some people might think that there's some cons to dating an older man that's well off. and people want to correlate that with the man being trolling and everything. Baby girl, you cannot be with somebody that has money and is controlling. That's already a character flaw. Red flag, number one. And number two, once you reach a certain age, you should already have your own shit together. It's not like you're asking for something out of this world. It's nothing that you can't do for yourself. And if it is something that you can't do for yourself, guess what? That's what your partner is there for. That's what you both are there for each other, to make each other better. Someone that does not want to be better is someone that's broke. And no, I would never be with somebody that's broke again, ever in my life.
You can clearly see a very common mindset today. Relationships have turned into a social ladder. If the man isn't at the same financial level or higher, he doesn't even deserve attention. But real life doesn't work like that. Money goes up and down, businesses fail, life has phases. A woman who measures a man's value only by his wallet will struggle to build anything lasting. Because once money becomes the main requirement, the relationship stops being a partnership and becomes nothing more than a transaction.
We just saw a video of a woman that left her husband because he lost his job, or her fiance because he lost his job. She left him the same day. She got a cardboard box with her shit in it by the boogie out.
Immediately
He talking about,
packing up.
where's the ring? She's not wearing it no more. She said, you go find it.
No, and that's really sad because a lot of people would think like, oh, if your husband loses their job or whatever, what do you do during that time? Well, duh, you work together and figure out together. You'd be like, all right, we're here.
So we're going to talk about not entertaining broke men. And I know this is obvious, but a lot of women need reminding, and a lot of women need to know this for the first time if they're just discovering the channel. So the reason why we do not entertain broke men is because they shouldn't be focused on women if they're broke. That's number one. So you already know their priorities are backwards. If you're dealing with a man who's broke and he's chasing you and he's pursuing you and he's trying to bring down your standards in order to be easier, to access you, he has bad priorities. Therefore, he's going to be bad husband material, father material, boyfriend material, and literally just a waste of time because his priorities are not in the correct order. When he should be focusing on getting his money, he's focusing on getting something else. You know what I'm saying? And it's meaningless because you can't maintain or keep a woman if you have zero money. So therefore, their thinking is backwards, and a lot of their decision making is going to be backwards. You're not going to be able to trust them or depend on them ever, because they can't even get it together now and realize what's more important at this time. So therefore, you don't entertain them at all because there's nothing they can do for you. Zero. There's not one thing they can do for you but waste your time. And a lot of ladies who have dealt with, dating broke men can tell y'all, oh, hey, Jess P, sprinkle, sprinkle, member in the house. So they may be cute, they may be persistent, they may be all up in your face, but just view them as a distraction from getting to the bag or to a man who's going to give you a bag. Just view them as obstacles in your way, and before you get, what you're looking for, what you're seeking. Because sometimes, when you're, I'm sorry, I'm trying to fix this. When you're looking for something, when you're manifesting, a certain type of person, in order for you to be able to really know that that's what you want, sometimes a dusty will come in your face and say, hey, girl, how you doing? You're so pretty. I love you. And, we can struggle together. And then you're going to be like, no, this is not what I manifested. I manifested somebody with some money. So you ain't it. And so they're going to be like, you know what? But we're soulmates and all this stuff. No, my soulmate got money, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle, goodbye. So they will try to pull literally anything to be with you, even though they're broke. So you have to constantly correct them. Like, no, baby, my man got money. My man is rich. My man is the man that's supposed to be is meant for me. He's already paid and waiting on me, baby. It's not the other way around. So you need to stop entertaining them. You said broke men are dangerous. Yes, because they have nothing to lose. Okay. So you don't want to deal with them.
This idea that a broke man is useless is a huge and dangerous exaggeration. Of course, a man should work and be responsible, but saying a man without money has absolutely nothing to offer shows a very materialistic view of relationships. Character, loyalty, effort, and vision for the future matter a lot too. A man can be going through a rough phase and still be a great partner. Treating people like obstacles just because they don't have money says more about the values of the person speaking than about the person being judged.